Donald Trump suffered yet another humiliating defeat in court this week when Judge Juan Merchan slapped down Donald Trump's and his legal team's attempt to get Merchan off the case. Now, in his ruling, which I discussed the other day over at Ring of Fire, Merchan decided to, I guess, be unintentionally hilarious and a little condescending to Donald Trump and his legal team, and that, of course, sent Donald Trump absolutely over the edge into yet another very public nervous breakdown. At one point in the ruling, Merchan said, quote, "Innuendo and mischaracterizations do not a conflict create. Recusal is therefore not necessary, much less required." Now, Trump's legal team, of course, was arguing once again to the judge for the third time that because his daughter works for the group that worked for Harris's 2020 campaign, clearly there's a conflict of interest. But Merchan had already gone to the ethics advisory panel for the the judges, in New York before he even took the case. And they're like, no, you're fine. You have no conflicts. Don't worry about it. So all of this has been handled. Merchan pointed that out in the ruling. Pointed out that also, by the way, you guys didn't present any new arguments. You gave me the same arguments that even the appellate courts have already slapped down. So quit wasting everybody's time. I'll see you on September 16th when I have that hearing on whether or not I'm going to give you immunity on this. But as I mentioned, this sent Donald Trump over the edge. So Trump, as per usual, got on his failing Truth Social account and said this. Judge Merchant... All right, so we're off to a great start, right? You can't even get the judge's name right. It's Merchan, no T at the end, but Trump put Judge Merchant. So anyway, Judge Merchant just ruled that I, the Republican candidate for president and leading in the polls... Okay, gonna have to stop there. Can't even get through the first sentence. You're not leading in any poll. Like, literally no polls are you leading in. Cut the crap. Am still under a gag order concerning very important things which must be brought to light. I am not allowed to answer reporters' questions. Can you believe this? Okay, here's the thing. The gag order has been mostly lifted. The only thing you're not allowed to do is talk about the family members of the people who work in the court. You can attack the witnesses. You can attack the jury. You can talk about the case. There is nothing stopping you from answering any questions that, by the way, aren't even being asked. So just straight off misspellings and lies through your first sentence. But he continues. The New York courts refuse to act. This is happening right before the voting begins on September 6th. Suppression and manipulation of the vote. Voter interference. This is real fascist stuff. The old Soviet Union. So much to say, and I'm not allowed to say it. Must get U.S. Supreme Court involved. New York is trying to steal the election. Yes, those sound like the words, excuse me, apparently I'm having some trouble talking today, folks. But those definitely sound like the words of a man that is totally sane and normal and not blowing anything out of proportion, right? No. They sound like the rantings of a lunatic, because that is what we're dealing with right now. Not a single word that Donald Trump said in that post is true. None of it's accurate. You can't talk about the family members of the people that work inside the court. Oh no, whatever are you gonna do? You shouldn't even be doing that anyway. Like, that's what's so funny is like, you're forbidden from doing a thing that really has no bearing on anything. You're not going to pick up votes in Wisconsin by attacking, the court reporter's mother. Okay? So why do you even need to do it? You don't. But you want people to think that this ruling was much worse than it actually is. That's your thing, right? Because your followers on Truth Social aren't going to go and read the judge's actual ruling. If they did, they would see him making fun of you for all 3 pages, because he didn't need a lot. He just needed 3 pages to make you look like a damn fool. So you can go out there and you can lie all you want. You can spread this misinformation because your base is not going to do the most basic of homework and read 3 pages to see what a liar and crazy person you really are. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.